STC has been at the cutting edge of stretch film production for well over 2 decades and has specialized in industrial stretch wrap solutions for over 16 years. The company now has a wide and varied customer base, both in the UK and export markets, and prides itself on the outstanding level of customer service it provides. Part of that service ethos is a dedication to training, both internally and with its customers, ensuring they get the very best results from the STC product range. Now operating from a 9.5-acre site with purpose-built premises, the company also boasts the very latest specialist equipment, enabling bespoke customer specifications to be produced. STC Lite is a true next-generation pallet stretch wrap and is just one of the latest products in a long line of new and innovative stretch wrap solutions from STC. The world over, virtually every form of packaging is getting lighter, thinner, more efficient, and more environmentally friendly. And so it is with a whole new generation of pallet stretch wrap, STC Lite. STC Lite truly is the next generation of pallet stretch film, which makes wrapping easier and more cost-effective. It also enables users to reduce their environmental impact due to a lighter film weight and its recycling capability. Crucially, STC Lite offers all this without sacrificing wrap strength, quality, performance, or load integrity. Sometimes, less is more. It certainly is with STC Lite. Offering the same levels of load stability and product protection as a traditional 14 or 17 micron film, STC Lite is manufactured to an incredible 7 micron gauge. This means you use less film by weight for a given load. STC Lite is a pre-stretch pallet wrap film. In practical terms, this means that you get more film per roll. Not only does this mean you get more for your money, but it also ensures that fewer film deliveries are needed, contributing to a reduction in delivery miles and associated vehicle emissions. Again, because STC Lite is thinner, you get twice as much on a roll, so you can wrap approximately double the number of pallets per reel compared to a traditional film. Despite being considerably thinner, STC Lite remains incredibly strong and offers greater load integrity once a pallet is wrapped. Even though it's thinner, STC Lite is no more likely to break or puncture. Developed using the latest manufacturing technology, STC Lite remains resistant to tears or puncture, even on sharp edges. Because STC Lite is a pre-stretch wrap, it doesn't need the same effort to be applied when wrapping. This means less effort is required and there's less risk of accident or injury. This also makes it easier for female or junior operatives to apply the correct amount of tension. When unwrapping pallets, there's less film to dispose of when the load is finally unpacked. In fact, compared to a traditional stretch wrap, it means that only around half the film by volume and weight needs to be disposed of. STC Lite is 100% recyclable and can be processed through standard industrial recycling facilities. STC Lite doesn't need stretching to anything like the same degree as a traditional stretch wrap. Consequently, it doesn't neck down like traditional stretch films, which effectively reduces the width of the film. And so, because STC Lite is effectively wider as it's applied, it requires fewer wraps around the pallet. This also further increases reel yield and wraps more pallets per reel. Due to STC Lite requiring less effort and stretch during application, it can also be applied much faster. So, in the time it would have taken to wrap a full pallet with STC Lite, you would only get to about here with a traditional stretch wrap. STC Lite is also more user-friendly around the workplace. Its soft winding characteristics mean it's not wound as tightly onto the reel, and so the reel edges are unlikely to be damaged if dropped. This in turn makes the film less likely to tear during application. Unlike other films, STC Lite is stacked end-on, not side-on, so any weight or damage is taken by the reel and not by the film itself. And don't think that STC Lite is just a specialist film used only for certain applications. It can be used to wrap a wide variety of loads and offers the same outstanding strength, load stability and pallet protection as traditional films. So, all in all, STC Lite really is a greener choice, a better choice, and above all, a smarter way to wrap loads. Crucially, STC Lite is a pre-stretch pallet wrap film. So, as the description suggests, it has already been stretched to its optimum working strength. So there's no need to apply the further force when wrapping as you would with a normal pallet stretch wrap film. In fact, using STC Lite really couldn't be easier. And there are 8 simple pointers to follow. 1. Ensure the load being wrapped sits securely on the pallet. The film should be tied to the corner of the pallet with a simple knot. 2. Like most films, STC Lite has a tack on one side and knot on the other. To ensure optimum load stability, place the outer face of the film towards the product or load. 3. Apply a minimum of 3 complete layers around the base of the pallet before moving upwards onto the load itself. 4. Immediately after the turn, do not overstretch the film. Instead, unwind a length to cover the full side of the pallet. Then gently apply a moderate tension along the full length before securing the wrap on the next corner. 5. Continue wrapping and working upwards around the load. Make sure the film overlaps by about 25% on the existing layers. 6. At the top of the pallet, secure the load by applying 2 complete layers. 7. Upon completion of the final layer, cut or tear the film off approximately 30 centimeters after the corner of the pallet. 8. To finish off, smooth down the film tail by pressing it gently to the side of the pallet. That's it. Your pallet is now correctly, safely and securely wrapped and ready to go with STC Lite. Remember, when using STC Lite, you don't need to stretch it. We've already pre-stretched it to its optimum working strength at the factory. Don't stretch it like a traditional film, as this will only risk breaking it. When wrapping with a traditional film, you would normally apply the manual stretch tension straight away after turning the corner. However, if you do that with STC Lite, this will only risk breaking it. Another point to remember is that pallets wrapped incorrectly with the tacky face of the film facing away from the pallet will be more sticky on the outside. These are then likely to stick together in transit and so compromise the load. Film used in this way will also cause loose tails to hang from the pallet. So, all in all, STC Lite is a greener choice, a better choice, and above all, a smarter way to wrap loads.